Bonsai! I'm the Cobra Kai kid, and today we are going to be talking about a character from Cobra Kai who might not be returning for season 3. So I found this as a bit of a shock because this character was introduced in season 2. And even though this character didn't really change the story that much, it was a new character introduced in season 2, and I thought that especially with the whole school fight, Miguel gonna die, Kreese taking over the dojo, the whole dark tone that the end of season 2 set up for season 3, I thought that this character would bring a little bit of comedic relief to season 3, which is, that's what Cobra Kai is about. It's not just about the seriousness, you have the comedy, but, what they do so great with the show is that they balance the comedy with the seriousness, and that's a very hard tone to nail. But you have movies that do that. Star Wars, the original Star Wars movies. They're funny sometimes, but it also has a serious tone. But I think Cobra Kai does it the best because it takes place in modern day, right? So and the situation going on here where we got Johnny and Daniel, these 50-something-year-old men who are literally having this rivalry based on their karate childhoods. It sounds like a sitcom comedy show, but these writers have really made it so it's such a serious and it's such a deep show that it connects to you, and it's just so much more than a show. And it's not just a comedy, but the comedy at the same time is great. There are so many funny scenes. Some that stand out to me are Johnny trying to figure out his laptop for the first time. That's a funny scene. You have the Daniel and Johnny scenes. All those scenes are funny because they act like children. There's times when they act like grown-ups, but then when they're together, they're like, "Will you burn my car? Well, you spray painted a dick on my billboard, and you got my rent doubled. You tried to get me banned from the All Valley." They're just arguing like little kids, and they've been bickering like little kids. So the comedy is really balanced with the serious tone, which is it's incredible because this show could have been really it could have just been totally a comedy. It could have been taken as a joke. It wouldn't have really made a connection to people, because the reason it's making such a connection to people is because it's not just funny. It goes beyond life, and it teaches you lessons, just like the Karate Kid. The Karate Kid had some funny moments, but Cobra Kai does the funny moments with the serious moments, just like Karate Kid, but it takes that to a whole new level. It expands upon it. So with season 3 and with season 2 ending the way it ended with that whole school fight, the tone of the end of season 2 was just such a dark tone, and season 1 you could say ended with a little dark tone. You had Robbie, who just lost the All Valley tournament. Miguel and Sam just left the tournament. He's looking for Sam. You had Johnny, who just lost his son, he lost his son because of his teachings, and then Kreese coming back. Those are dark things, but at the same time, it wasn't that dark, it was just it was a little dark, but not really. Season 2 was whoa. You cannot compare the end of season 1 to season 2 in terms of the darkness and the evil and the depressing tone. Season 2 was the most depressing ending ever, but it was amazing. It reminds me of Empire Strikes Back. I'm a huge Star Wars fan, if you haven't noticed. So in Empire Strikes Back, you had Han Solo just got frozen in carbonite, and you had Luke, Leia, Luke just got his hand chopped off by Vader, who we just found out is his father, and then they're looking out at the space, what are we gonna do? Luke just got his ass kicked by Vader, and now he just found out he's his father, and now he has to face him. or else the whole galaxy's destroyed. Han Solo, their best friend, is like in carbonite at Jabba's palace. It's like, it can't get any worse. Like, and that's how the movie ends. It ends on a very, very bad note. And I mean, it does end where there's like some hope, but like, not really. Cobra Kai just doesn't even end with some hope. Season 2 doesn't end like there's some hope. It's like completely like just like, it's just like everyone's just, it's bad. So I thought with season 3, you know, with season 3, it's really hard because like it seems like there's gonna be such a dark tone, but like at the same time, they always have they had the comedy in season 1 and 2. I couldn't picture them just doing this whole season and not putting comedy. That's like they're gonna put comedy. And I thought by having this one character in the season, not saying he would make the whole show funny, but he would keep like whatever scenes he's in, or he would keep some elements of the show funny. But we just found out that this character might not be in season 3. So I have an article right here. Let's read it and let's discuss. Okay, so this article is from Showbiz Cheat Sheet Entertainment. Okay, so title is "This Cobra Kai Star Might Not Be Back for Season 3" by Fred Topple. Cobra Kai brought the stars of the Karate Kid back as adults and introduced a whole new cast of teenagers training in rival martial arts schools. The season 2 finale left a lot of questions that season 3 will have to resolve, and not everybody is going to return. Spoilers for season 2, as Showbiz Cheat Sheet spoke with one of the cast members. That's a hard name to say. Showbiz Cheat Sheet. Cheat Sheet. Showbiz Cheat Sheet. Okay, back to the article. Paul Walter Hauser played Stingray in season 2. Stingray joined the Cobra Kai dojo and got inspired by Hawk, played by Jacob Bertrand, to take on a new persona. The finale of season 2 saw Stingray join in the high school students' battle royale, which ended in Miguel Cholo Maridueña suffering a devastating injury. Season 2 ended with Miguel in the hospital, his fate unknown. Showbiz Cheat Sheet spoke with Hauser for Richard Jewell, which is that movie looks really good. I think it's like about like there was like a bombing, like there was like a bomb, and he was like forced to say that like he was like, people think that he put the bomb there, but he really didn't. I don't really know, but it looks really good. And when I saw the trailer for it, I was like, dude, it's Stingray. So like I'm gonna watch it. And Paul Walter Hauser is even though as Stingray, he was playing like a funny character, not so serious. Like it's gonna be, I think he's a really good actor. So to see him in Richard Jewell, which is a very serious movie, it's not like a funny movie. That's gonna be interesting because like it's kind of crazy how you go from this one role as this like funny, whatever, like dumb adult doing karate with high schoolers to like you're the main of this big movie. I don't know what other movies he's been in, but like I really want to see this movie, Richard Jewell. It's based on a real story, so I'll have to do a little research. But so Showbiz Cheat Sheet spoke with Hauser for Richard Jewell and found out what's in store for Stingray in season 3. Stingray may be too busy to keep practicing Cobra Kai karate. Now we got this picture here. I've never even seen this before. I think this is a new wallpaper of Stingray, but it's pretty cool. Oh, what's this? Okay, YouTube has filmed season 3 of Cobra Kai. It sounds like all the major stars are back, like William Zabka and Ralph Macchio. Maridueña would have to remain a question mark to preserve the suspense. We all know he's in it. But Paul Walter Hauser implied that he may not be in every episode of season 3. Which, I mean, that's not a surprise, you know. I don't think he wasn't even in every episode of season 2. Was he in episode 8? Maybe he was in episode 8. I don't think he was in episode 8. He definitely wasn't in, he was in 1. I don't think he was in 2. He wasn't in 2. He was in 3 for a little bit. 4, 5. Okay, I think it was in 5, 6, 7. I'm not sure about 8. So So, you know, he wasn't in a couple episodes. So even I knew, you know, he wouldn't be in every episode of season 3. But at the same time, let's keep reading. Season 3 of Cobra Kai is now in post-production, Hauser said. I cannot say whether I'm a part of it or not, but what I can say is that here in this season or next season sometime soon, you'll probably see me popping up again. So that's interesting. So I think it's just because he's busy with other stuff. I don't think like it's like I think they would have had him in, but I think he's just like busy. You know, he's in Richard Jewell, big movie. I'm sure he has other stuff going on, so that's why I don't think he's gonna be in it that much as he's saying here. So he says here in this season or next season. I mean, he wouldn't say he. I mean, I think I don't know why he would be talking about next season. So I think he's gonna be in this season. We could see him. Maybe he like. I feel like maybe he'll like have a job somewhere else and like you know like remember how Johnny Johnny went to that the store, the hardware store, and he needed to get the mirror and Stingray was there. Like I think like one of our main characters like Johnny or someone will like go like maybe get a hot dog or something, and then like Stingray will be working there or something. But it'll be like a funny job, like something like get like having a hot dog stand, and he has to wear like, or like working at a hot dog shop and he has to wear like a weird hat and like a hot dog costume, like just something funny, you know. And we just see him and it's like, oh hey, and it's like, oh what have you been doing? And it's like, oh I've been working here, like you, and it's like, yeah, okay, bye, like something like that. I mean, I liked Stingray, you know. He's not, I won't say he's my favorite character, but like I really enjoyed him in season 2. I thought all his scenes were funny. I'd say the 2 best scenes of Stingray were in episode 7, Lull, when they were in the woods doing the Coyote Creek training, when when he came in as Stingray. He was Raymond before, but now he came in as Stingray. He had the little like beard Stingray thing, and then he's like, he does the whole hawk flipping the script thing. He's like flipping the script, taking off the sunglasses, like that whole thing, and then you had the music playing. It was like bum 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 bum, and then it was like, and then Kreese was like, he's on your team, or Johnny was like, Johnny was like, he's on your team, and it's like the music just cuts. It's like bum 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 bum. It just like cut off because it was like a fail, but that was very funny. That was like one of my favorite scenes. It's just like they're like, what did you do? And he's like, in the script, like the music. That was the same music when Hawk was flipping the script. So yeah. My other favorite scene of Stingray was in episode 10, Mercy. No, my bad, no Mercy. I get confused because season 1 is Mercy and then season 2 is No Mercy, so it's like confusing. But in season 2, episode 10, No Mercy, when when Stingray is when the principal's like, get me security in the hall, stat, and then Stingray's like, sir, I got this, and everybody's like recording with their phones. They're like, oh, and then Stingray's like, whoa, like he's like chopping all of them, and he's like using his butt to like bump all of them. That was like the funniest thing ever. Like he just like totally demolished all of them, and then like he like high fives Hawk. That was so funny. Like that was one of my favorite parts about the school fight. It was just like, and like I love how all the kids were like, oh, so like that was really funny. So he didn't have a huge role in season 2. Like nothing he did really influenced. This keeps falling down. Nothing he really did influence the outcome of the story, except like maybe like he did like play in the season 2 fight. You know, he did have a role in that. He was part of the Cobra Kai dojo. You know, he did have a role, but like I mean, like he wasn't. It's not like they're saying like Robbie's not coming back. Now we know. We already know Aisha is not going to be in season 3, which is very surprising. And now you have Stingray, who's probably not going to be in season 3. Like if he's saying like, I cannot say whether I'm part of it, but I can say that you'll probably see me popping up again. that means he's gonna be in like one episode, I believe. I don't think he's gonna be regular or even in a couple episodes, because he's saying he can't say whether he's a part of it, and sometime soon you'll probably be seeing me pop up again. So like pop up, that's like hello, bye, like pop, like so you know, like I don't think that he's gonna be having a huge role in season 3. He probably will be in one episode, one scene. I wouldn't be surprised. Now, we did see him at the end of season 2. Oh, wait, which is actually what this next part is about. So let's read this. So, Cobra Kai will have to answer for Stingray's loyalty. When season 2 ended, John Kreese, Martin Kove, who is absolutely amazing, had essentially staged a coup, forcing Johnny Lawrence, William Zabka, also amazing, out. We last saw Stingray standing with John Kreese, so that doesn't suggest he's done with karate. So, okay, so let's read this here. Stingray was becoming a bit of a Kreese disciple and sort of coming into his own of losing the humor and sort of becoming a little scary and tribalistic as one of the Cobra Kai members, Hauser said. If you see him again, you might be seeing a new version of Stingray. Wow. So first off, he's saying if you see him again. So that once again implies that we're probably going to see him once. And I kind of like, I forgot that they mentioned this part of the article. I forgot that they meant, oh my god, wait, yeah. Oh shoot. I mean, I remember reading this like yesterday or like a couple days ago, and I was gonna make a video on it, but I forgot this part. So I take back the part about him working at a hot dog stand. Now reading this with how they're saying if you see him again, you might be seeing a new version of Stingray. That means he's gonna be like with tattoos, like working at like a tattoo parlor, or maybe he's like at a boxing ring, like training or something, doing boxing, like something really badass and scary, and like he'll be like funny because like he'll try to be tough, and he'll look tough. He'll have like a tough demeanor, but then like at the same time he won't really be tough because we know it's Stingray, and like he'll just like kind of like screw up whatever he's doing. So I think that's where we'll see him. Yeah, I forgot that that's what he said. That's a big thing. That's if we're gonna see him as a new version of Stingray, then he's probably not gonna work at a hot dog stand. So if we see him again, which probably implies one episode, one scene. So yeah, at the end of season 2, he was with, there was a group of Cobra Kais with Kreese. We saw Hawk, we saw Tori, and we saw Stingray, and then there were the other characters, but and AISHA wasn't even there, and she's not gonna be in season 3, so that's probably why she wasn't there. But Stingray was there, and if he's not gonna be in season 3, we need to know why he was there. And is season 3 gonna open with Stingray in Cobra Kai? I would have to say no. I don't think so. I don't think we're gonna see him with the Cobra Kai kids and then he just leaves. If he's not gonna be in season 3 that much, like he's probably not gonna start with the Cobra Kai students. So, okay, so there should be consequences for that high school fight too, definitely. Not only did the climatic season 2 fight land a major character in the hospital, but there should be other consequences in season 3. The students will be in trouble for it, let alone the grown adult who joined in. Exactly, like Stingray literally like beat them up. Like, you know, he could have like injured them and put some of them in the hospital. So like, I mean, yeah, like security doesn't like beat up students. Stingray beat up the students. Like, instead of just like kind of pulling them back and separating them, he like beat them up, which is like, it was cool, but like at the same time, you know, I don't know how the authorities are gonna feel about a grown man beating up children. So we got Hauser, who says, "The fight was fun, man." Hauser said, "You could tell I was having fun throwing around a bunch of little kids." I mean, that'd be kind of fun too, but I mean, it was ridiculous. That was a scary scene. I was so impressed with how they shot that stunt team. I cannot say enough. They deserve all the accolades in the world, and so do the actors. Yeah, I am impressed because like that shot with Stingray beating all those kids up was in like one take, and it was in one camera angle. Just the camera was just moving back, and he just did all that in one take. So you have to give props to the stunt choreographers, the camera people, the actors, everyone. It's crazy. New characters like Stingray expanded the world of Cobra Kai. Over 2 seasons, Cobra Kai has gradually incorporated the larger world of the Karate Kid. Johnny visited his old Cobra Kai brothers in season 2. Ali accepted his Facebook friend request in the season finale, so hopefully Elizabeth Shue will appear, and I made a video on that, which an article stated that she was seen at the Cobra Kai set. So, I mean, why else would she be there? And it says here, characters like Stingray show the danger Cobra Kai can be influencing modern day students. Yeah, like you had Stingray, who started off as just a funny, dumb guy, hey man, like Caddyshack, man. The 80s were the best era ever. You know, he's just like a fun guy, and he's like, if you watch Cobra Kai, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not just doing random stuff, it's from the show. And then he's like eating a corn dog, and he's like, it's Donatello. He's my favorite turtle. Like, I don't know. Just stuff like that. So, but then by the end, by episode 10, he's beating up kids. He's beating up little kids. Which, I mean, I guess in episode 4 he said he wasn't afraid of kids, but I think he would have probably got his butt kicked by these kids. But, I mean, he kicked the kids' butts in episode 10. And then he was with the other students, the other Cobra Kai students, with Kreese. He was with them. So, like, you know, he wasn't making any jokes. He wasn't smiling. He wasn't laughing. Like, he was under Kreese's control of being a soldier and, like, a no mercy strike first guy. Like, he just, like, you know, he didn't even have to say anything. All you had to do was look at his demeanor and look at his body language and his face, and you knew that Stingray that we knew before was kind of gone. So now, and if Paul Hauser is saying that we're not going to see Stingray in here, but if we do see him, it'll be it might be a different Stingray. Right here, you might be seeing a new version of Stingray. I think it will be like, you know, it'll be like someone working with tattoos, working at a wrestling thing, and he's like trying to be tough, but maybe he's not. I don't know. Trying to be cool, but you're only a man, and a man's gonna learn to take it. So then it says, so now we have Paul Hauser who says, the work that especially Billy Zabka, the work he's doing on that show is award-worthy, and I would have to 100% agree with that. I do not know how he hasn't gotten an award already. Like, his performance is absolutely amazing. Like, there are very like subtle things that he does that you just are really like. It's like kind of crazy how he does it, because like he's a father, right? So he hasn't been like doing all this acting. I think he took a break from acting or whatever to like be a father. You know, he wasn't in all of these like movies, you know, as an adult. And like Ralph Macchio, I don't think was in all these movies as an adult either. They were more spending time with family. But like both of them are really great, and especially William Zabka, like he could play anything, and it's like he could play the tough sensei who's like roasting like little kids, not kids, but he's like roasting kids. Then he could play the emotional connecting, the sensitive sensei. Like, you know, he'll tell Miguel like, yo, don't be a loser, like, or like, you don't have asthma, like, not anymore, like, get rid of it. Not train to be merciful here. And then he'll like be like, God, just making me, God, like, you're smart. Wait, no, like, he's like, word of advice, if you can't smile, word of advice, if you have shit for teeth, don't smile. Like, and he's like, the way he delivers these lines are like, just like, it's like really crazy, you know? He just like does it so like comfortably. He's not even acting. Like, when you're watching his performance, you just don't see the acting. It's like, it's just real. He's like Johnny. And I've seen interviews of him in real life, and he's a totally different person. Like, he's like a really nice guy, and he's like energetic and loud and like funny and fun, which Johnny is, but not really. So, yeah, but then also like when William, Zabka, Johnny is talking to Miguel in the diner about like how he'll always be on his side, he'll always be there for him, no matter what. All like that really heart-to-heart moment, it's like crazy. It's like how like does he do that? Like, it would think he was gonna cry. Like, and when he's listening to the voicemail, he really like you see the emotion, and it's like he doesn't just cry. He's like Johnny crying. You know, he doesn't. It's not like William Zabka's like, I'm just gonna cry. No, he's like, how would Johnny cry? It's like, it's really a great performance. So, I'm glad Paul Hauser notices it, and I think a lot of fans notice it. And I think if William Zabka keeps up this performance in season 3, if he gets a good arc in season 3, which like probably is, like, then like, I mean, he needs to win something. He needs to win something. He could win an Oscar. Like, I don't know, but I don't know what like all the award names are, but like I know Oscars are like the highs, and like he needs one. Alright, so Paul Hauser says it's deeper than just some yeah. It's deeper than just some nostalgia performance. It's really nuanced and special. I love that show, and I'm honored to be even a tiny part of the history of Karate Kid and Cobra Kai. Yep, and that's it. So, I mean, it sucks that he's not going to be in it that much. It sucks that we aren't going to see that much of him, as he's saying here. He's not going to be a main in season 3, that's for sure. I think we'll see him in 1, maybe 2 episodes. And like, if we do see him in 2 episodes, it'll be very quick scenes. And yeah, if he's not in the show, that means he's not going to be in the dojo, which I think someone's going to bump into him while he's working on whatever job he has, which, if what he says is true, if you see him again, you might be seeing a new version of Stingray. He wouldn't just be saying that. They're in post-production. Like, he knows what he did, you know? They probably filmed that scene of him being in a like a crazy like boxing ring. You have all these big guys with tattoos and like motorcycles, and he's probably like trying to be one of them. Like, I think that would be so cool. And like, you know, maybe Johnny comes to like do something, but then he bumps into Stingray. Hey, like, what are you doing here? And then it's like, oh, I work here. I don't know, something that I think that would be very cool. I take back what I said about the hot dog stand. Imagine if Stingray does end up working in a hot dog stand, I said that, so I'll get credit for that too. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So we have Stingray, who might not be back for season 3. Sucks, but at least he's gonna be in season 3. It's just a matter of how much, which is probably not gonna be a lot, but at least he will be in it. And I think when he is in it, it'll be funny. And yeah, I trust the writers. You know, it sucks that Aisha's not in it, and it sucks that Stingray is not gonna be in it that much. But these writers have like really nailed the show out of the park. Like they hit the ball out of the park, like way out of the park. And I trust them, and I trust their vision. So whatever they have in store for season 3 is gonna be good. And plus, this dude is now like starring in like this movie Richard Jewell. He's like really busy and stuff. You know, he's an adult actor. You know, you have like the kids who they don't have that many roles yet, but like guys like him, you know, he's like now building his reputation and stuff. So it's probably because he has a lot of projects. But I'm glad they're not just kicking him out like Aisha. I was a little upset by that, but we have to trust the process, and we're gonna see Stingray again. So Stingray lives, and whatever scene we'll see him in, it'll be funny. So thank you all very much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode of the Cobra Kai Kid, make sure to hit that subscribe button, leave a like if you enjoyed it, comment what do you think about Stingray? What do you think we'll see him do in Season 3? What do you think his role will be? How big, how small? And make sure you share the channel with all your Cobra Kai fans. And until next time, Cobra Kai never dies.